Hello, everybody. We can say that together.
All right, ready?
Hello,
everybody.
Where is everyone? Welcome tonight to the reprise of the Dr. G, and I'm going to add the boss.
What's reprise mean?
The reprise. We're doing it again.
Oh, yeah.
We're starting it again.
That's right, because we took a break.
Yes.
A month?
We took a break. We took a break. We took some trips.
Mm-hmm.
We had some laughs. We had some good times. We had some bad times. We did this separately.
I only had good times.
He went around the world. I went to Colorado, which is just as good.
You didn't go somewhere else too?
I went to a lot of places in Colorado.
Hi,
Colorado. Jeannie. Just Colorado.
I only went to Thailand and Phuket in Central America. Rode elephants through the jungles of Thailand.
I only still continue to feel good about myself.
In caves.
Not
I swam in caves in the jungles of Central America. I mean, yeah, there's Colorado and there's swimming with sharks and there's swimming with stingrays and swimming off the Great Barrier Reef. But then there's also pine trees. Like, you got to see pine trees in water. I had to swim with sharks.
Do you know, not just on the show do I roll my eyes, but even at the 475 posts that he made during his trip, I was still rolling my eyes.
Oh, you were jelly the whole time, weren't you?
It's just the nature of our relationship.
I was jelly when you went to Colorado. That was beautiful.
You were. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. We found 3 different hikes in 3 different locations, and each hike got better than the last.
Nice.
It was amazing. It's great to have Colorado next door.
Did you go rock climbing?
I did not go rock climbing, no. I would have done some bouldering, but we were kind of trying to maintain energy.
And you
Has anybody else taken... Oh, I'm seeing some comments, and they're going so fast.
That's what she said.
Has anybody else taken any good trips this summer? Hi, guys. Colorado was great. I was born there. Yay, yes. Woo-hoo. Anybody else taking trips or getting ready to take trips? What are you guys doing? What's going on? What's happening?
I still have 2 more trips to go this year. Rim to rim in Colorado, Grand Canyon. Okay. Or the Narrows through the canals of...
What's rim to rim in Colorado?
It's called the rim job of Grand Canyon.
I wasn't going to go there. Oh, you said Grand Canyon?
Yeah, okay. Grand Canyon. So North Rim to South Rim. Or East-West. But I'm a West Side rimmer, so I don't know. Maybe go to the East Side.
Newman.
Hey, Newman.
Newman, you're always the best.
I saw your friends at 7th Direction when I lectured there today.
What did you lecture on?
Food is medicine, clinical nutrition, anxiety, depression, the genetics, all kinds of great stuff. It was 3 hours.
So it was more like a workshop, it sounds like.
Yeah, those people were really good listeners and participants.
Is that addiction specialists?
Yeah, so a lot of people there have like addictions, and one of the things that I told them was like, you guys have addictions that you're dealing with that are like illicit, or frowned upon. But the vast majority of people have addictions like food, and some people have exercise addictions and relationship addictions.
Everybody has something. Sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She brought that up awfully quick. How's your boyfriend doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
I kind of like Guts, Newman. That was kind of funny.
Guts?
Yeah, you said you Guts are the best, but it was a typo.
Oh, okay. So, one time I went to meditation group and a mindful group, and there was 3 people there. And, like, I used to eat my fillings. That was my addiction. And then the other girl does meth. And then the other woman, she exercised as her addiction.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because all 3 had these unhealthy coping mechanisms that were at the extremes. And yet 2 were socially approved, socially acceptable, but 1 isn't. So it's kind of messed up. So we talked a lot about undoing the addictions in your brain, rewiring, and how food leads to anxiety and depression, and how it can reverse it. So yeah, that was pretty good.
We've done that topic before, I think, back in the past. Maybe not a 3-hour show, but
3-hour tour. And in Cape Cocker, which is a little island off of the Great Barrier Reef. You've been there, right? So there was a boat called the Minnow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, like Gilligan's Island. That was the best.
So we've gone on trips. I think Newman said South Dakota he's heading out to.
That is a spiritual place for specific Indian tribes. The Black Hills. I just watched a special about it.
Oh, I would believe that. I don't think I've ever been to South Dakota.
Really?
Yeah. That's probably why
Bear
my
Grylls
heart.
has been
That's
there.
probably why my heart is black.
The hills are as black as her soul.
Oh, Newman. That's what we're going to talk about today. You know what, though? If you saw me in person, maybe, do you have a filter on the phone?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a filter on the phone that makes my skin look good.
We're really like 80 years old. And because of this filter, Dr. G and the boss.
We have to maintain a certain kind of
look like
public
we're only
presence.
mid-50s.
Newton. I'm thinking of Fig Newtons. Is it raining?
It's storming outside.
That is weird.
Nice.
So I was just going to say, no, that the hair gives away the age, I think. It's getting ahead of me.
Yeah.
So, I want to go, Newman. I mean, I just want to get spiritually focused.
Yeah.
That's something I'm always trying to work on.
And they have an Indian sweat lodge that they do in Randy's backyard. And Newman knows who that guy is. And then Newman does Indian sweat lodge in the back of another guy's yard.
Yeah.
So.
Those, I've had really amazing experiences.
You took me to there.
I did.
Yeah, but I already knew Newman.
Yeah, it's a beautiful culture.
Yeah.
So we talked about trips and we're talking about summer because we are going to discuss the skin this month. Before we get into it though, particularly we're going to discuss cancer, but what are your concerns about your skin right now? What do you think about when you look in the mirror or you look at your skin? Like lately I've been looking at my hands thinking they look a little crepey. You know, that they're kind of getting agey.
That's not a word.
So
That's
crepey.
IHOP terms.
Women know. He didn't know what I meant when I said crepey earlier. He's like, crepey, what are you talking about? But women know what I mean. Women, let me just tell us if you know what I mean when I say crepey skin.
No, mine's looking waffly. Or some other
That's different than
menu
crepey.
on IHOP. Crepes?
Crepey.
Like strawberry crepes?
It's when the skin gets really kind of thin and then it looks dry and then you can really kind of see it start kind of like this. See that?
Well, you're just getting to be an old lady.
Strawberry moles. Okay, I'm writing it down.
Ooh. Yeah, those are...
Strawberry moles.
What are those called? Those are called...
Are you blanking on us,
Damn
Dr.
it.
G?
I know the answer.
Moles and birthmarks. That could be something as well.
Stork bites. That's birthmarks.
Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds
Stork
really,
bites?
really scientific.
Yeah, I know. Oh, cherry angiomas.
Okay.
That's the little red dots.
Since it has OMA on it, does that mean it's cancerous?
That's like, oh, Ma!
Does it mean it's cancerous?
No. So OMA just means growth, like a tumor, but tumor doesn't mean cancer.
So Linda, you're getting more as you age.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting a lot more moles too. And I've got one mole that kind of turns into an alien sometimes,
looks like
and then
cancer.
it talks to me, and then it goes back into my skin, which I think might mean that it's cancerous.
You want to hear a funny messed up story about cancer?
Sure, and I bet the rest of the audience does too.
Yeah. So my ex's grandma, we were at a birthday party, and she had a mole, or looked like a basal cell carcinoma here, right?
Was it a cockroach in her skin?
No. So basal cell carcinoma is very unique. So it looks like a mole that's clear, has like a little belly button, and you see blood vessels in it, right?
That is weird.
So basal cells are slow growing cancers.
Okay.
But they're very common. So I said, hey, Grandma, have you ever had somebody look at that? And she goes, yeah, her doctor thought it was a subdermal cyst, and so he squeezed and squeezed and squeezed on it, but nothing came out. And I was like, that's a great idea. Squeezing blood into a cancer area, that seems like a genius idea. The problem with this,
because it will feed the cancer.
Right, a subdermal lesion is below the dermis. It's like underneath all the
below the skin.
Not on top.
Okay.
I mean, if he said spider angioma or something, all right, maybe he'd get a little close there. But that's a unmistakable kind of lesion. And so I was like, you should totally get that like second opinion. And then of course, it was cancer. Isn't that crazy?
It's a good thing that you said that.
Even better story is.
So the moral of the story is you might have a zit that you think is a zit, but it might actually be cancer.
The New England Journal of Medicine published a study from the Washington School of Medicine, and it said that 52% of all diagnosis and treatment by doctors is incorrect. So that doctor.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, though.
I know.
Gotta start somewhere if you're concerned. Do little kids get skin cancery moles? Or is that something you see more as people age?
More as they age, because of the constant mutation exposure to chemicals that cause cancer.
And the why am I going to forget the word? What's the oxidation?
Oxidative
increases as we age.
Right, because we don't eat enough antioxidants.
So oxidation is like the rusting of the body.
Yeah.
Yes.
So even like me, this is kind of like a really interesting topic because, I had Graves' disease for my thyroid. I reversed that. But I also had cancer. And so I had this mole. I was eating crap back then, back in the day, drinking lots of Dr. Pepper, getting lots of sunburns out fishing, and being all American, right? And then this ugly mole on my back changed. And so my ex was like, oh, you should go get that checked out. So then I go to the doctor, and they do a punch biopsy, which is ridiculous, because if you're going to punch a hole in cancer, potentially, just take the whole damn thing out, right? So on Friday at 5 o'clock, the nurse from the office called and said, we got the results back. It's cancer. It's malignant.
You're going to die.
And we didn't get it all.
You did not get it all.
And we should make an appointment on Monday. So, like, all weekend, I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'm 33. I don't feel like I'm going to die. And so I looked it up, and it was just like, okay, so if it gets this deep, you're dead. Like, 97% of people die. And so I'm just like, they punched a hole in my skin to introduce that cancer. Because once malignant melanoma hits the blood or the lymph, it goes everywhere.
Oh, so you're
so then
thinking
you have liver cancer and bone cancer.
Spread because they
punched it.
They exposed it
to blood, yeah.
To the blood.
Because a punch biopsy, they take a little, like a straw that has a blade, and they punch it in there, twist it, and then they pull it and cut it out.
Isn't it exposed to the blood anyway, just by being in the body?
Well, there's not a whole lot of blood in the...
Can't there be blood flow
in the dermis
anyway?
areas. Yeah,
okay.
There's less blood flow there.
Okay.
So it only has to reach the blood vessels. And once it hits the blood vessels, you got cancer everywhere. And so that was really an eye-opener in my life and messed stuff up.
Yeah.
But
that's horrible. Deb's saying she got a phone call on a Friday, too, telling her she either had endometriosis or cancer.
What the hell? What kind of places are these? Like, that's insane. That's it was terrorizing. Like it was weird because you're sitting there feeling like I'm not gonna die, but I could be dying. I don't know.
Yeah.
So when we talk about things like skin cancer, when I used to use tons of toxic cancer-causing sunscreen, she's giving hand signals. She's saying, "Shut it down."
I am not.
I am going too far ahead in the movie, and she's like, "Dude, get your popcorn and wait."
Okay, we talked about this pre-show.
This is why she's called the boss.
I was trying to do it subtly so they wouldn't know.
Which, by the way, before we get into that, because I'll let you drive the car, right? Because this is a Camry, not a Lexus. So
we're switching.
So I do want to tell you guys. So we got organized. So we took a month off. We traveled the world, and some people just went to Colorado. That's 8 hours? Yeah.
Some people thought about punching you in the throat while they were on their trip, but they didn't.
The whole reason of going to Phuket and to Thailand, and I spoke at an international symposium on health and wellness on the other side of the planet.
I can't breathe.
So,
in here.
I'm not bragging about that stuff. That's
Ego.
just a part of just life, Like, I mean, some people will fly someone up to the other side of the planet to hear them talk, and then some people put their hand up.
Will you go on? Just read it.
Okay. So, what we did besides traveling...
Ow.
Yeah. See?
Okay.
That's Jesus punishing you. All right. So, we decided to come up with a better plan for our show because sometimes we're super prepared a lot of times, and then sometimes we're kind of winging it a little bit. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. But, so July is going to be Skin Health Month because we're summer. So, we're going to deal with the skin cancer today and then also talk about other skin issues. So,
wrinkles, moles, acne, bumps, cold sores, anything you guys are interested in.
Yeah.
Fungal patches.
Which, by the way, I got rid of my
warts.
fungus on my arm with oregano
I
oil.
think you just wanted to show everybody your bicep. Like, look at my bicep. Look, I have an awesome reason to show my bicep on Facebook because it has a fungal infection.
Shut it down. Shut it down. If I was a girl, I'd be like, oh, I just get a fungal infection on my breast. So I can be like,
on your cleavage.
in my cleavage.
Do you have a reason? If you guys that are watching right now
Right this moment.
have skin issues that you want us to address, please say that on this show while we're watching.
Or you could send it privately
to him.
through Messenger. Be like, talk about this, dog.
To him.
To me. So then, in August, we're going to talk about the vajayjay health.
Vagina health.
Vagina health. Not like those Canadian vaginas.
I have a funny thing to share.
What?
So, I am seeing someone new.
Nice.
And
what's her name?
My name is Holly Hajaj, right? Well, the first 4 letters are Hajj.
Yeah.
So he started calling me Hajj.
JJ. Really?
Hajj.
I love that.
I thought it was pretty funny.
What's up, JJ?
Yeah.
Like that?
No.
Does he do it like that at the end? Like,
Occasionally he calls me Hajj Gorgina.
Nice.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, that's what
that
everybody...
sounds like dad jokes.
Okay, so July is skincare.
So with the vagina, we're going to talk about orgasms and bacteria, so how it's good to have a dirty vagina, and then all kinds of other vaginal issues.
I'm writing this down, skin elasticity.
Then in September, we're going to talk about aging gracefully. So we'll talk about kind of hormones, the best you at any age, gray hair, rejuvenation, that kind of stuff.
I'm looking forward to the hormone one.
And
I love talking about that.
Hormone? So then in October, we're going to talk about genetically you. So we'll talk about genes, epigenetics, other stuff that you guys want to hear about. We'll probably talk about telomeres. We never talk about telomeres.
We never talk about telomeres.
Yeah. I was going to telomere, but then I couldn't find him. So.
Oh, wow. I was going to telomere, but it wouldn't listen to me. I think mine was better than yours.
All right.
Okay.
That's a good dad joke.
Okay. Age spots.
Age spots. That's a really good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Age spots.
And then November, we're going to talk about holiday healthy. Basically, as you get ready for the holidays, how to survive and how to be healthy, how to ignore your family that craps all over you because you're changed your life and getting better.
But if there is something we have missed in our shows and this trajectory that you just listened to and you want to know about it, please let us know.
Yeah.
Either in this show or you can message him.
Privately message me or like the click and clack. Write your question on a $20 bill and mail it.
Is that what they say?
To 801 East Douglas, 2nd floor, Dr. Patrick.
I wish we could be like click and clack, but I just don't laugh at your jokes as much as they laugh.
I know. He laughs a lot.
Okay. I'm kidding.
She's not kidding.
So, guys, we have a question for you. Does the son...
Or the father.
Stop it. Does the sun cause cancer?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Does the sun cause cancer? Yes or no? Please answer within the next
30 minutes.
next 5 seconds. Does the sun cause cancer? Yes or no? I know we got 5 watching right now.
If people are born in a certain time of the year that are cancers, are they more likely to get cancer?
I'm a Cancer.
Boom.
Mic drop.
Is that true? Not true.
So Linda says yes.
Linda says, Linda who?
Linda Rose.
I can't read that.
She says yes.
Linda Rose says
We've
that.
got 1 yes. Do we have any other votes? Yes. Yes.
No.
There's a no. 2 yeses and a no.
That you cause cancer, or
That
you? My
the
son.
sun causes cancer. Having too much of it, she
Whose
says.
son? Okay.
The S-U-N.
Well, I totally
So-
agree because the sun hates Americans.
So we are divided on this issue a little bit.
Divided.
Is the answer that clear and that black and white? I'm personally going to venture to say no.
Boom. What are you going with? Are you going to
I'm gonna
support
say-
these other women, or are you going to go against those women?
I'm going to say I still need to stand up for my own beliefs.
What's your own belief?
My own belief
That's against these women.
is that the sun could
You
cause
can't be
cancer.
wishy-washy.
It could cause cancer, but there are multiple variables that will be in play.
Are you one of these people like a kid got shot and he's like, well, what was that kid up to? Yeah, but
So-
the kid was 5 and he got shot. Well, we can't determine what the kid... Is that you?
No, I just don't. Nothing is black and white.
I think you're flip-flopping because you lack skin cancer integrity.
We've got some other viewers. Other viewers, do you think the sun causes skin cancer?
Yeah, tell me which son.
That's our question for today. I've given my answer.
All right, my answer is absolutely not. Because I don't flip-flop.
He says absolutely not.
I'm more like a Tiva or... What's the other ones that's strapped up to the buckle?
I don't know, but I don't think anybody cares. Okay. I'm gonna say maybe. And go. Dr. G, tell us about this.
Whatever that shoe is, Mennonite women love to wear those.
What shoe?
The ones that are like Tivas, but it's all strap. They don't come off in the water.
Those are Tevas.
No, the Tivas are the Velcro ones. They come off in the water.
Dear Lord. Let's get back on track.
I can't remember that
Okay.
word.
So,
So I disagree.
talk to us about the sun. Why do you disagree?
I disagree because of charts like this.
That's just a chart. I need more than just a chart.
Dun, dun, dun. Here is evidence.
Can you guys even read that?
So,
Is it backwards or forwards?
That's what she
said. They can see it. Can you
okay.
read it?
So, skin cancer was very, very low forever until we put a cancer-causing chemical into the lotion and then cancer doubled. Then we put a stronger cancer-causing chemical in there, which is now banned because it causes too much cancer. Freaking regulators. Dwight Schrute would put extra. And then, so that's banned because it causes too much cancer, but not for quadruple cancer. And then we put an even stronger chemical in there called oxybenzone that causes cancer. And then cancer rates went through the roof. And then we definitely know it's got to be the sun. The same sun that was here that suddenly got really angry at us.
I have a quick question. Do people with more melanin in their skin have less chance of
Are you
cancer?
talking about black people?
I'm talking about people with more melanin in their skin.
That
Do they have higher skin cancer rates or no?
so
Is this a European person problem?
brown people and black people where the sun's the hottest and most direct have the least amount of cancer.
But they also have, aren't there, would you say their skin is more evolved to be out in the sun longer?
You talking about eugenetics? You're some racist stuff going on here.
Evolution.
That black people's skin's more superior than white people's skin? That's reverse racism.
We're all biologically somehow, in some ways, different.
So no, black Americans, I have to look that stat up, but I think black Americans get the same amount of skin cancer as white Americans now, but not in their original countries where they don't use sunscreen.
Okay.
It's the sunscreen. So the oxybenzone, benz, comes from benzene, and benzene is the flammable part of gasoline, and it can be used in research to cause cancer, so we could study the cure for cancer, like more benzene.
Okay, so I'm going to veer off a little bit away from cancer, just a little bit. Doesn't the sun still cause skin damage and oxidation?
Oh, sure.
So we can still get alligator skin. We can still become wrinkled. We can still become wrinkled. So it still does damage.
Yeah. So the sun has always done damage since Adam and Eve, but not to the point where it caused massive amounts of cancer and trying to kill everybody, because the sun hates us.
So who was getting cancer before 1939? There
Very
were probably
few people.
still some people.
Yeah, very
Why
few.
would they be getting it?
Because they're exposed to cancer-causing chemicals that are toxic.
OMG.
So,
Do you need that plugged in?
if you, it'll be fun.
Okay.
So, diet is your sunscreen. Diet has always been the sunscreen. All the yellow, green, orange, purple, orange foods that you eat, they go, and like beta carotenes in those colors, go and make vitamin A, which then protects your skin from sun damage. Anyways, so we have lots of different things that can cause cancer, or damage the tissue, but don't cause cancer. And it wasn't until we put cancer-causing chemicals in lotion that we ended up with epidemics of cancer.
Of skin cancer.
Skin cancer. So it's the same thing as anything else. You have to eat things that reverse that damage. And the average American only eats one fruit or vegetable a day, which is usually French fries or potato chips and juice.
So can we talk about oxidation?
What is oxidation?
So oxidation is an atomic issue within the body wherein free radicals, these are molecules or atoms that are unstable. They steal electrons from other stable molecules.
Mm-hmm. How many horses are in those stables?
I don't know. But that is essentially what happens when we age.
That's right.
Like, it causes the aging process and the damage.
Unstable.
So if we have a lot of oxidation occurring, we can eat antioxidants to prevent that, therefore preserving our skin.
What's an antioxidant?
An antioxidant provides electrons unconditionally, like your best friend that's patient with you and gives and gives and gives and never takes.
I don't know how that
That's what an antioxidant does. So
I feel like you're the oxygen in this relationship. No, that's me.
pretty much.
I'm always stealing the electrons away from you. Now you have gray hair.
So that's why when you eat antioxidants, it helps you reduce that aging in the skin and or cancer.
Yeah. So cancer is, again, just like, one of the things about like sunburn. So on NPR Science Friday, I don't want to brag about watching that, but actually listening to it. Which, by the way, when I was lecturing as the keynote speaker in Thailand at the International Symposium, the other keynote speaker was a Dutch scientist. That's right, Dutch. But he made me pay full price for the whole meal. Okay, so then he's from Dutch, and guess what he talked about? Oxidation.
Really?
Yeah, I talked about pain and pain pathways and food modulation of those pathways. And then within that arachidonic acid pathway for pain, you have COX-1, COX-2, and 5-lipoxidase. But then you also have 2 other pathways that come from pain inflammation. And that is the oxidation pathways that he covered without even knowing he was going to cover those before I met him. Right? So that's what you're talking about, is the other part of that pain inflammation pathway, which most people don't really even elaborate on.
So, speaking of antioxidants, can you just step off of the camera for a little while? Cami, is it Cami? Yeah, Cami, so I'd recommend that you look at the ORAC score, or the ORAC values.
That's Lord of the Rings.
Not ORC. ORAC, O-R-A-C, the ORAC values online to find out what antioxidant potential different foods have. Some of the higher antioxidant foods are going to be berries, nuts.
What about Larry's?
Greens?
Greens.
Do you want to know what the highest is, though? You can talk about
Pine tar.
foods. Huh?
Pine tar.
I don't know about pine tar. But,
Collagenol,
oh.
I think.
Spices have thousands more,
yeah.
double and triple the amount of antioxidant value as berries, and dark chocolate is high in antioxidants.
Very so, also weeds that grow wild are packed full, like purslane, clover. You get all that stuff for free out of your yard.
I'm telling you, okay, I'm not going to just keep talking about this person that I'm seeing, but we literally have eaten entire meals out of the garden.
Tell me more.
Entire meals. It's so awesome.
This guy sounds super dreamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes his own kombucha.
Mm.
So spices.
What?
Oh, now there's going to be competition. I told him, do you know what he said? This is how egotistical he is sometimes. I said this guy makes his own kombucha, and G was like, he probably got his mother from me.
That's right.
So.
He did, didn't he?
No.
Yes, he did. Did he? He did.
No.
I'm going to ask where he got it from.
Okay, do it.
He got it from this person, who got it from that person, who got it from me. And my original SCOBY is from the Hells Angel gang in Arizona.
Oh my gosh.
That's how hardcore my kombucha is.
Oh my gosh.
He might be wearing an apron, fluffing around, making his little kombucha. Mine is Hell's Angel kombucha, made in a dirty ass cupboard underneath the sink, like a man does.
Ah, that's good.
No,
We're off topic.
We are? Oh.
Spices like cinnamon.
What? Last joke then. What is the most consumed spice by people who compete with dirt motorcycles?
Huh?
So the most common spice consumed by motorcyclists.
The most common spice consumed. Chili.
Mm-mm. Cinnamon.
I'm not sure that we even need to continue the show. At this point, I want to apologize to the 4 people who are watching us right now.
I made that up, you know that. That's patent pending. That's
really
not bad.
So, when you think about spices, think about Indian food. Turmeric, ginger. Is garlic a spice?
Yeah.
Garlic, yes, garlic.
Yeah, spices, herbs, and roots.
Spices, herbs, and roots.
Because even a lot of the herbs you can eat, like even hyssops, but like if they're a Nerf 2, they are 100,000 times more antioxidant than vitamin A, C, or E. All those are. Like they're profoundly antioxidant.
Yes, if you like Indian food, you're good. Mm-hmm. You're good to go.
Yeah.
I know, Linda.
What?
I know. She's just commiserating with me. It's true.
They got my pupils off my glasses. I can't read like an old person. where my
You're like an old person. Maybe you need to eat more antioxidants
I do.
for your eyesight.
I do, but
Some beta carotene.
I got those Parker Warbies, and like I think they messed up my pupil. I think it needs to be here and like there, and then I see perfect.
Okay. So what do people need to do? Antioxidants is one thing. Spices have the highest amount of antioxidant value. Look up the ORAC score, ORAC. Look up ORAC values if you want to know what foods have the highest amounts. But spices are the top.
Like the highest. Picogenol.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, and it's always the darker, right? So if you get a choice of greens, which greens do you eat that's the most dark?
I can guarantee that it's not iceberg lettuce. I think iceberg lettuce should just be banned.
Iceberg lettuce has nutrition. People hating on the iceberg lettuce because
there's nothing to it. It's just like crunchy water.
That's some bullshit. Sorry. Because it's just like, oh, kale people hate iceberg, right? Because they didn't have enough nutrition. But it still has some good nutrition. It's
not as much.
It's the Yugo of lettuce.
You just talked about how people need to choose dark leafy greens, and now you're all loving on iceberg.
All right. It's just Iceberg sent me this letter once, and she really liked me. We had this summer romance. But then I moved on to kale.
Kale,
but I regretted giving up
arugula,
iceberg.
Collard greens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mustard greens. Beet greens.
Lots of greens. And
Shad.
Did you know there's like 1,000 different flowers you can eat?
Have you not seen my Facebook posts? I've been eating flowers like crazy. I eat bold thistle. I take all the little purple flowers out, eat those. Packed full of antioxidants. That's why I don't look 82. Or have crepe skin.
Crepey skin.
Because I be eating the bold thistle.
So, Linda, that's a good question. Does the Y offer meal prep plans for those that can't figure it out? So, we do have our personal trainers do help coach folks on nutrition. They don't necessarily write meal plans or prep plans, but they can help you figure out what your nutrition goals should be. We do have a registered dietitian who can write meal plans, although she doesn't work with just individuals. She mainly does programming, director programming.
She's too good to work with people.
And then we also have healthy lifestyle coaches, which is what I'm the director of for corporate wellness, where our coaches come out and help to coach people on kind of what
companies,
at companies, yes, at companies.
Yeah.
If you really want, what I would recommend, if you really want to, what?
Cassie, she does food prepping and menu writing and shopping.
Did she say food prep particularly?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me go back here. Meal prep plans.
Yeah, that's right.
Meal prepping.
Yeah.
We have other things too, where we'll do presentations and things like that. We also have cooking classes, like Cooking Matters.
How come I've never been invited there?
Those are classes that you have to. You've never been invited because you're just too much. So we do offer like tools and support. Trying to think if we have any actual prepping.
Why does the YMCA not have their own food prep software? See what I'm saying?
You know,
why?
We offer certain services to certain individuals and groups those are our specialty.
I feel like you don't offer those to alienate people.
Most of our services are in-person services.
Oh.
So we like the in-person approach. I think that is effective. But check out, go online and see. I do know there are a couple of meal type cooking classes that our dietitian does offer.
Yeah.
So check those out at the Greater Wichita YMCA online. The other thing you can do is come see Dr. G.
Well, and Cassie McCabe, she's in Derby, but my patients love her. She does these food preps where she'll kind of figure out what you need. She does a free consult, but she'll actually create a shopping list and meal plans and all that stuff for you.
Yeah.
So
there's some options there.
Yeah, so she's pretty cool with that. That's nice.
I will say, if you qualify for our classes, they are free. So you
Can I qualify for free?
check those out. You're not qualifying.
That's some bullcrap.
So I hope I covered that. But so where were we at? We were talking about skin cancer.
Well, wait. Before. Oh yeah, skin cancer. So I had a couple things in here. So we were talking about myths about cancer, and one myth we dispelled that crushed Holly's opinion was that cancer is caused by the sun and not the father.
I'm just trying to bring in a nice debate.
Yeah, you're like a master debater.
So the thing that he's probably saying, like, and I go out and think, oh gosh, I can feel the sun burning my skin. Do I need to put sunscreen on? Do I need to? And I do think maybe not for cancer, but yeah, if you don't want to get your skin burned to a crisp.
What if you did
immediately?
So when I used to eat crappy, I got sunburned all the time. Now that I eat super healthy, guess how much I get burnt? Almost never. Pretty much never. So even when I was in Phuket, which I like to pronounce it a very different way, but that's an island in the Gulf of Thailand. And then there's when I was in Thailand, and then when I was in Central America, I wore no sunscreen. And I was on the beach all day, never got burnt, right? But I fasted, so I go hiking, do all this kind of stuff. Carol Ferraro has a great group for hiking, and I thought there's a few times I get fried. You know, you get that feeling, oh, I'm gonna burn.
Yeah.
But no burns, right?
Yeah.
But then I fasted for 10 days, if you guys remember. 10 days of eating nothing. So I wasn't eating antioxidants. And then I went fishing with my girls, and I got fried like within an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, no antioxidants, sunburn. Eating lots of antioxidants,
Skin
no
protection.
sunburn. Yeah. But Holly's right. I know you guys don't hear that very often. Except for her boyfriend. So, what is that? You're cheesing it up. So Holly's definitely right. There are people that feel like they need sunscreen, and there's people that maybe do need sunscreen because the average American doesn't eat any fruits or vegetables except for one a day, and it's usually not purple, red, or green. It's potatoes in the form of French fries, potato chips. So those people better be wearing something that's non-toxic. So the ingredients that we want to stay away from are oxybenzone. That benz is gasoline.
Benzene, right.
Because the only good Benz is a...
I'm not going to say it.
Mercedes-Benz. So oxybenzone, avobenzene. Now these are a little bit different, but octisalate. So this is what the Environmental Working Group says is the most toxic. And then you have octacrylene, which pretty much anything that's lean or ene is usually from benzene. And then homosalate, which I feel is a little bit bigoted, right? I mean, a homosalate, like what? Not just a regular salate, but we pick on the homosalate. So, all right. Then octinoxate. Octinoxate. So those are the ones that are the worst of the worst. So those mess up your sex hormones. And cause cancer and mess with your thyroid. And oxybenzone is found in 96% of all Americans in their blood. Just from the constant exposure of that stuff.
So what are good things to use for skin protection?
So basically, you know, like I got 4 girls, and 3 of them are redheads. One is olive skin, she tans like I do. But the other 3, they're always worried about getting sunburned because, like, especially Naomi, she's porcelain skin. So she's always like, look at me, Dad, I'm tan. I was like, But then she, like, lifts up her shirt a little bit and she's even paler. So, you know, they want to wear sunscreen. That's fine. But just get non-toxic sunscreen. So zinc oxide-based ones like Badger and Aubrey's and Garden Goddess, which is what I use. Those are the ones. And I give my girls a little thing of each one for them to keep in the little backpacks or the purses, and if they want to use it, use it. It's non-toxic. It doesn't hurt them, and it gives them that protection.
Yeah. I have to say, I always wear a hat. Always. Because I got some crow's feet starting in here and in here.
No, you want crow's feet. Crow's feet are from smiling too much. What you don't want is that one that's the frowny lines that come down here that are from scowling all the time and being angry.
But still, I feel like the aging of the face is conducive to wrinkles and increased lines.
Let me see. Okay, no, without... Are you kidding me? You barely got anything going on.
So, still.
Look at this.
Still. I'm not the only one. But I always...
Yeah?
Yeah, you have a big old line right there, but I think it's...
I know. Well, that's probably from my glasses.
Still, there's aging that occurs, so I want to protect... Most often, I try to protect my face.
Yeah. Like when you fight?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you use? That's not benzene.
I have not been using anything.
Oh.
I have not been using anything.
You only pick these topics so you can learn these things.
I like to play devil's advocate, though.
I know you do.
I used to use bullfrog when I was a lifeguard.
Bullfrog is toxic.
Yeah, I used to use it back in the day.
I used to use Coppertone.
Yes, they say Coppertone's not good. What else isn't good? Banana Boat is not good.
Any of those main ones.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Remember when people used to just douse themselves in that one that smells like... what is that one? Is that Coppertone?
Yeah, coconut.
Yeah.
That's what, when everybody started eating coconut, I had a problem because coconut to me was sunscreen. It was suntan lotion.
Yeah.
That's what everybody smelled like at the beach, and now I'm eating stuff that tastes like that.
You know, though, I have to say, I went out on Sunday and helped. And I'm not normally I like to be outside in the mornings when it's cool this time of year. But I was doing some work outside in the midday heat, and it was horrible, and I could literally feel my skin burning at that time. But I went home afterward, and I have been eating a lot healthier lately, and I put some coconut coconut-based tilapia lotion. Yeah. And I'm fine. Like I haven't blistered or skin peeled in so long.
And if you get sunburned, just put lavender. If you get red, put lavender and it goes away. But coconut oil, the second sunscreen we came out with, which was PABA, which is one of the most cancer-causing ones, that has the same sun protection as coconut oil, which is 8.
Which is what?
8. SPF 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Coconut oil has a protectant in it?
Yeah.
Huh!
Yeah. So that's really good. And it's antifungal, antiviral, anti-parasitic.
So you can't go wrong with coconut oil.
No, it's great.
Yeah. It is on my list of good things, of best ingredients for the skin.
Really?
Yes, along with avocado oil.
So you gotta put, the best lotion though for your like crow's feet and any kind of aging for the skin is argan oil.
Yes, that is also on my list. Has anybody had any... Oh, jojoba oil and lavender works great. Has anybody had any skin cancer? Does skin cancer... I know you're going to like... You can't say it runs in the family.
It doesn't run in the family.
But have you had anybody with skin cancer in the family? My grandfather had it, and he wasn't using sunscreen.
All fish... All salmon are fish, but not all fish are salmon.
All right, already. Deb has it.
Yeah, most people do. Like, that's a question, like, who in here has had skin cancer, and it's just like, it should be almost everybody, because that's America now.
Well, that's the thing, too. I think people should also know that we do have cancerous cells that are being produced in the body all of the time. And
all the time.
And the body is constantly fixing those. So it's not like we don't have a predisposition for that to become out of balance.
That's right. So the other thing, there's a couple more myths. One of the myths is that higher SPFs are better. So it's always max out, So if you do use, say,
2500 SPF.
a zinc oxide one that is like really about 30 to 50 is really what you want. And even in the higher ones that are above 50, when they did tests, they were really about 30 to 50 in real life. So even research-wise, they proved that you're not really getting much. But what was interesting, I thought, was I didn't know this, but like if you get what was it? 50. Okay, so if you get SPS 50, it actually blocks 98% of all the UVB rays. But if you get SPF 100, is it twice as good? It's only 99. And the problem with this is you have the difference of like SPF 50, which is 98, versus SPF 100, which gets rid of 99. But with that increase, you have an increase of zinc in there too, which displaces copper, which then causes imbalance. And then also, with even doing 50 to get 98%, you're blocking UVB rays, not UVA rays. And so your skin, if you were eating real food, dense, brightly colored, lots of antioxidant-rich foods and beta-carotene-rich foods, then your body actually balances all this stuff out, right? So we say, oh, UVB is bad, but it's not. It has good properties too. UVA, well, then it's good, but not if it's in balance. It needs to be in balance. And so if we block all of one, then the other one is astronomically high, well, then that starts to cause an actual problem. So that's where people like me and Adam and Eve till 1935, we try to use food as our sunscreen, and then occasionally maybe some extra stuff here and there, just as needed. But people that are lathering that on all the time, they're actually potentially disrupting UVA balance in their skin, which then can cause further problems.
So, if you feel like you need to use it, recapping, use something non-toxic. Ingrid, the Ingrid app, you can use to check. It's pretty cool. You can take pictures of the ingredients on the labels of things, and it'll check those ingredients for you.
What?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Ingrid, INGRED. But, okay, what about people? We've got some people who said they have it. They've gotten it. So,
stop
what about
putting cancer-causing chemicals in your skin.
So, but let's say it's gotten to the place where something needs to be done that's more than eating.
What do you mean?
Of course, we want to change eating, and we want to change lifestyle habits,
well,
and we want to have juicy antioxidant skin. But what do those people need to do who have found cancer in their skin?
Well, so, there's always that worry. But again, the best thing you could do is make sure you eat to prevent cancer, which is dark, rich colors. You can take extra antioxidants, but you can also then cover up maybe a little more. Like you said, wearing a hat, one of those big hats or something like that, and maybe sitting under an umbrella. And
maybe not spending quite as much time.
Right. I mean, because it's all glam anyways. I mean, we like to get a tan, but you can get a healthy spray tan too. And just be a little bit oranger and darker, and then you could run for president.
I think we need to make fair skin popular.
It used to be popular. Because the fair skinned people, the fat people, so if you were like light skinned and fat, that meant you were rich because you didn't have to work out in the sun and you could eat all the food you want. I need to bring that back. Although I like a little tan because I don't like when I'm super pale.
The sun feels so good though, Deb. It really does. Like I have a physiological change. If I haven't had sun in a while and I go outside, I can literally feel it changing the inside of my body in this really like almost ecstatic sort of way. Well,
yeah, you release nitrous oxide, which then dilates your blood vessels, gets more blood to your brain, more oxygen to your brain, and you make more vitamin D from cholesterol.
Yeah. So we need it.
It should be a bit euphoric.
So the main takeaways are: let's not put a bunch of cancer-causing chemicals in our body.
Do
on
not
our body.
Put any cancer-causing chemicals as much as possible on your skin.
Eat as many colorful foods that are whole foods in their original form from the ground, and antioxidants, lots of spices, berries, nuts, greens, dark cacao, 70% or more. Should be 70% or more if you're going to eat dark chocolate.
Way more. Just get the raw beans and eat them.
It can get pretty bitter, but still, you're eating just small amounts, a 1 to 2 inch square per day.
Yeah, not a whole bar.
So, what else?
Colors, and then find some non-toxic backup stuff. So, Badger, Garden Goddess, and you looked at a website earlier.
I did, but let me see if I can find it. I did. You can look this up yourself too. I looked at.
Are you talking smack to them?
Doctor.
You can look up your own damn stuff. Holly ain't got time to be looking at stuff because she's got a man now, and God. She's just dating all the time. She don't got time for y'all stuff.
I am trying to help build self-efficacy. If we do it all for people, then they're not building their own self-efficacy. This is what we do. I'm going to encourage you to look up your own things as well. But a lot of times it's hard to find quality information online too.
Right.
And that can be confusing. I like to go to Dr. Axe sometimes because he's got a good reference file.
He's alright. But EWG is a really great place to find that stuff too.
Okay, so key findings in EWG, that was on there.
These are
the bad ones. These are the bad ones.
Are you at EWG?
No. Okay, here we go. Best sunscreens of 2019. Badger. Block Island Organics Natural Face Moisturizer.
Never heard of that.
Drunk Elephant.
That sounds amazing.
Goddess Garden Face the Day Daily Moisturizer.
Goddess Garden's the one that I use on.
That's when you mentioned.
Kids, yeah.
Juice Beauty Oil. Sonra.
That sounds blacktastic.
SANRE. Sonra or Sonray, like Sunray. Shaded Rose Solar Calming Facial Cream.
That sounds like douchebag. So.
Suntegrity. Skincare, natural moisturizing face sunscreen and primer.
That person's trying way too hard.
There's some other.
I use Suntegrity because I care about my skin.
Or you can just eat really, 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 really well and commit to it.
Or move to a different country that has less skin cancer. Which is most all countries, besides America.
Yeah.
Move near the equator.
Where you're less tempted.
Which, the equator is where I was when I was in Thailand in Central America. Did you know I went there? I went to Hong Kong, too.
I just don't.
It's not a big deal.
I really just don't know what to do anymore.
It's not a big deal.
Do you guys have any questions?
Did I climb a waterfall inside of a cave in Central America in the middle of the jungle and swim in it, not knowing how deep it was or being able to see in the dark? Yes. Is that a big deal? No, everybody does that stuff.
Do you see what I have to put up with? I know they know. So, do you have any questions tonight? Have we answered what you needed answered? We've tried to keep it somewhat simple.
Very simple.
Not overcomplicated.
And who
do
would
you
like...
believe? Do you believe that the sun does not cause cancer?
Yes, I totally believe it. You convinced me.
What else? Anybody? Oh, does carrot cake work?
Kind-ish.
It's got spices and carrots.
Yeah, it's like buying organic crack cocaine.
It's got that damn wonderful sugar in it.
So what's the next week's topic?
And wheat.
Next week's topic.
What is
it's
our
gonna
next
be on
week's
skin.
topic? Oh.
Are we going to talk about herpes or dry skin?
Is it too late for oxidation?
What are we going to do about that?
No, that's what our question was.
Oh.
Can you tell us more about what you mean? Oh, too late for oxidation. No, it's not too late. You will always be oxidizing. The body will always be oxidizing, but you can still prevent excess oxidation. So it is never too late to work on oxidation and balance that out.
And I know most of you guys watch this online. Only the hardcore people stay with us the whole time.
Hardcore.
But even if you have questions offline, feel free to ask those questions, post your responses, and then Holly will answer those.
Okay. I have something to share. Right now, we are doing the Bowl-a-thon fundraiser
Not
for the
we.
YMCA. I am doing... Yes, you are. You're bowling.
Oh, I am bowling.
We're doing the Bowl-a-thon fundraiser right now for the YMCA. So we have so many different programs that are free, completely free for folks, and assisted programs. So things like we have
Meal
the Cooking
prep.
Matters class where people can take home $50 worth of groceries.
Can I sign up for that?
We have free swimming safety classes for
Ooh.
kiddos who don't have access to swimming because drowning is an issue.
Yeah.
We have what's pertinent to today is that we do have a cancer support program, Live Strong, and that's one of our also completely free programs. So
Nice.
we are doing fundraising for this,
Wow.
and if you want to contribute, text YBOL102. This is my personal profile, YBOL102 to 71777 and support some cancer survivors.
What the hell is that? Like, what does that mean if you text that? What happens?
You text the word YBOL102 to 71777 and then you can donate.
How does that work?
So you text
swipe your card?
YBOL102.
How do
Yeah, you use your card.
You just type it all in?
Yeah,
I don't know how any of that works.
it's super simple.
Yeah.
Just text this to 71777.
And I made the
And-
mistake of donating $100 without making the $100. So I'm planning on gambling at the fundraiser.
It's one of our biggest fundraisers. It's super fun. We bowl. There's shifts of bowling all
Who's-
day long. You bowl for a couple of hours.
Who's going to be on our team?
We got a dream team. I'm not sure about points, but a dream
suck.
team of fun people.
Yeah, we got fun.
We're going to be there. And then my other friend Tiffany's going to be there. Ryan's going to be there. My friend, super funny friend Reed is going to be there. My homeboy Tyrone is going to
Reed?
be there.
Who's Reed?
You don't know him, but he is hilarious.
You have friends that I don't know about?
Fun friends. Not everybody thinks they're the center of the universe just because they went to
I
Thailand.
have to compete with Blattrick and Ryan and another dude for
Yes.
attention and being funny.
Yes.
That's
Are
gonna take a
there
lot of
free
work.
classes at every Y location? So it depends. There are, I think there's 3 or 4 branches that are doing different. I'm thinking about Live Strong and Enhanced Fitness. So you'd want to check on the website or give one of our branches a call. Actually, Debbie, why am I blanking? Debbie Cruz is the
Debbie Cruz.
Debbie Cruz is.
I've known her forever.
She's my colleague and coworker. We sit next to one another, and she runs the diabetes prevention program. She runs the Live Strong program. She runs Enhanced Fitness for active older adults.
That's us.
Tammy Creer is our dietitian. She runs our cooking classes. And then if you have an interest in corporate wellness is those are not free and assisted programs, but we do work with partner companies and do offer discounts and things like that way.
How do they go bowling with us?
How does everybody go bowling with us?
Yeah.
You got to start a team.
Oh.
You got to create a team and raise your team of 6 is going to raise $600, and then you can bowl. So let me know, Holly Hajaj,
I think
HAJJ,
if
AJ.
somebody
you wanna
did
bowl.
that, and then they beat our score, I give them a free office visit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
If
where
they
we
beat
bowl-
our score,
Where we bowling at?
we're bowling at North Rock Lanes.
Okay, North
On-
Rock. It'll let you tell.
Oh, there. Now it's showing up. It wasn't showing up before.
You're backwards.
Text YBOL102 to 71777. Somebody made a comment about it being backwards.
Oh, so at North Rock Lanes, it tells you how fast you bowled. And when me and John were bowling, I think I beat the highest speed. because I was taking the bowling ball around the whole way and boom, like that, because we were terrible. But
Okay.
so
All right. We're gonna cut her off.
Yep. And if you can guess the name of Holly's new boyfriend,
you get a.
you get what? You get a beer new boyfriend.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
That's right. All right, you get to have lunch with her and her boyfriend.
Okay.
Romantic dinner.
That would be awkward. You were ready for an awkward time. Do you have to have a membership if you're just interested in the programs? You do not.
Really?
That is correct.
You can just breeze in there and go to stuff?
Well, you don't breeze on in.
Why do I even pay for my stuff? Can't go swimming without paying?
No.
Is there like a side door?
You can't.
A little hush
You
hush door?
You can if we offer that. Like we had Try the Y Tuesdays in April.
Do they charge me more if I pay
You
in the
can
pool?
also pay a day fee. What?
I heard pools have 3% urine.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
that true?
Peter, she's guessing.
That's his stage name.
Close. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
All right.
I hope we answered what you needed us to.
Yep.
All right.
Dr. G and the boss out. Don't touch that button.